everybody, and welcome back to Deyotalks. As usual, it is myself, Mary Deyo. How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are well. Do you know what I realized? I'm quite fidgety. Yeah, I can't sit still. Like, the more I watch myself, I'm like, I'm always moving. It's either I'm moving my hands or like whatever. But anyway, hope you guys are well. Welcome. Hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are well. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for all the love. Yeah, I want to start off with just saying thank you so much. I've had so much love, so much support over the last episode that I put out, so the episode of grief. Firstly, shout out to Olu as well for coming onto the episode. Shout out Olu for telling his story. And thank you guys. Honestly, my heart is full. Thank you so much for just all the love, all the comments, everything. Honestly, I've been overwhelmed, honestly, and I've just been so grateful. So thank you so much for all my new listeners and my new supporters. Thank you for coming on this ride with me. And I hope that you guys stick around. I hope that I see more of you. I hope that I see your comments. Hope I see your likes. And guys, subscribe. We're on YouTube now. Subscribe. Literally, it will take you 1 second to just click on subscribe. Take you 1 second to click on like. And you can drop a comment, drop me words of encouragement. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me what you want from me as well. The topics that you guys would like me to touch on. You'd like me to, just speak on, please let me know. I'll be happy to explore those topics. Okay, so yeah, right, let's get into today's episode. As you can probably tell by the title, this is a very chilled get to know me. Yeah, I thought that since I had some new listeners and new supporters, that it's only right that I just do like a get to know me. I think the people that have been rocking with me for a while, you kind of know me. Yeah, but this is a refresher. Yeah, there may be some things that you don't know already. So what I did is I sent out a message to a few listeners or a few people just to ask what questions they would, if they had the opportunity to sit down with me, what questions would they want to ask me, or just what they want to know about me in general. So a few people sent in some questions. I've got my phone with me. I'm going to go through the questions. I've also made some notes as well, just because there's certain things that I wanted to make sure that I shared with you guys. So I've made some notes on some of the made some notes on the answers to some of the questions, right? So I brought my books with me. You guys know that I keep saying you guys. I realize that I have this habit of speaking like everyone knows me. Sometimes I feel like I speak assuming that it's just my friends that listen to me, but I know that there are other people that listen to this episode as well. So I want to make sure that I generalize things as much as possible, because sometimes I feel like I speak and I'm like, people may not actually even know what you're talking about. But anyway, for the people that don't know what I'm talking about, I like to write. I call them. I'll get into it. I'll get into it the more I get into the episode. But yeah, I like to write. I don't know, it feels like journaling. People will probably say that it's journaling. I don't know. I just like to write my feelings. So yeah, that's it. So I might share something from these books. I'll most likely share something from this one, which is my new one. But I bought this old one. This one's literally finished, but I brought it with me anyway, just in case there's something in here that I want to share. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into this episode, and we'll get into the journal entry later. All right, let's start with the first question. So like I said, I've got my phone with me because the questions are written down on my phone. Right, so the first question that I just feel like is basic that anybody would ask anyway is, who is Mary? So the question is, who is Mary? So I've written down some points, again, like I said, because I feel like it's important that I touch on these points. When I thought about who is Mary, I thought it's a weird question when people say, who are you? Like, what do you say? Do you know what I mean? So I wrote down the basics. Like, obviously you've got the basics, like, I'm 32. As you may or may not know, I'm 32. I'm Nigerian. I have a sibling as well. I'm not an only child. I have an older brother. He's a year older than me. I've also written that I came into this country when I was 11. So I was born in Nigeria. Yeah. Some people will say that I grew up here. I didn't grow up here. Okay. I was born in Nigeria. I came here when I was 11. And I also wrote down that I am someone that came into this country when I was 11, but I didn't get my stay in this country until I was 24. So yes. For the people that don't know my story, you can go and listen to Navigating Life in the UK. Yeah, just go some episodes back. Anyway, I've got this episode titled Navigating Life in the UK. In that episode, I explore just what it was like coming to this country, adjusting, and then just living without having my stay. We call it papers. I'm sure you probably all know what I mean. But yeah, we'll call it papers. So I talked about just my story and just navigating what that was like for me and my family, and yeah, just talked about my journey. So I felt like it was important to say that because that played a huge part in who I am. Yeah, that story, that experience really, it plays a huge part into the woman that I am today. Like the things that I experienced, the jobs that I did because I didn't have papers, definitely has affected me. It's molded me, it shaped me as well, and it's taught me a lot. So yeah, that's very important. That's a huge part of my journey. So go back and listen to Navigating Life in the UK just to hear a little bit more about me and my story, my journey, all of that jazz. So yeah, that's basically me. That's basically me. But that's the basics. Yeah, that's the basics of like who I am. Something else that I wrote are, you guys know I like to be open on this pod. You know that I like to be vulnerable. You know that I like sharing just real things. You know what I mean? Like I think we so easily just talk on the surface, like kind of like the last episode when I was speaking to Ollie when I said, "Oh, how are you really?" I know I don't ask that a lot, to be fair. Usually I just say, "Oh, how are you?" and then that's it, and it just kind of goes over your head. So when I was thinking about like who is Mary, I didn't just want to answer just the basic stuff like who is Mary, who is Mary, go on. Do you know what I mean? So these are the points that I wrote down. I said, I'm someone who is fighting the spirit of fear every day. My friends and my family know me that I'm just, yeah, I get scared. Fear is something, I feel like I say it weirdly. It's a Nigerian in me, so my accent is still not, whatever. But yeah, I feel like I fight the spirit of fear like all the time. Even doing this, like I have to like, just tell myself like, hey, you can do it. I think I give so much power to this spirit of fear, and I'm fighting it daily because I want to get to a place where I'm like bold in everything that I'm doing and I'm confident in everything that I'm doing. So yeah, that's Mary. I've also written that I am somebody who loves talking, as you guys know. I love talking and I love asking questions. Some people may say that I'm shy. I think it just depends on when you catch me, or like it depends on my surroundings and it depends on how comfortable I am. If I'm really comfortable with you and we really get along well, trust me, I ask 1,001 questions. But if I'm not really comfortable, then I'll probably just sit there quietly. And then the last thing that I wrote about me is I am someone who hopes that my life and my small story helps someone. And I'm gonna expand on this because it's like the whole essence of my podcast. I feel like it's the whole essence of my life, to be fair. Like I I'm not obviously there's people that have gone through things in life. Everyone goes through things in life. Let me start with that. It's not like I've gone through like the most profound, whatever, or I've gone through so much in my life because I know that there's people that have gone through like worse and more than what I've been through. However, my story is my story, my journey is my journey, and I think I've been through enough that I feel like I can teach somebody. Do you know what I mean? There's like a the way to describe it is I've really tried to like put it into words, or sometimes I feel like I struggle. I'm like stuttering. Um, but I feel like a sense of, how do I put this? Yeah, I feel like a sense of like fulfillment whenever I help somebody. Calm down. Whenever I help somebody with my life or like with my journey. Let me be a bit more specific. They're like I'm very passionate about like younger girls, especially younger girls that I feel like I see bits of myself in them. So when I look at certain people and I just feel like, oh, I can see part of younger Mary in you, like I gravitate towards them and I want to be close to them. And I want to be close to them because I also, I'm not trying to save them, but I just feel like it would be such a shame. And someone said this to me years ago, and it still sticks with me that the things that we go through in life, it's not for us. Like the painful things that we go through in life, it's not for us. Even though it's painful, but when you come out of it, it's so that you can help somebody else. It's so that you can say to someone else, like, "Hey, listen, I went through this painful experience, and look at where I am now. So if I can go through that painful experience and come out of the other side strong." With marks, but still strong, then that means that you can too. So yeah, that's that's what I hope that my life is to someone. So I gravitate towards, yeah, girls specifically, like just girls that I just feel like, oh, I see Mary in them, I see younger Mary in them, or I see like little traits of like myself in them. Like, and I try to get close to them because I want them to be better than me. Do you know what I mean? I want them to not have to go through that experience because it'd be such a shame. It'd be such a shame for me to go through a painful experience, come out the other side, and then see younger people then go through the same, especially younger people that are like close to me or that are around me. Because then what's the point? What was the point of me going through that experience? Yes, obviously I've learned something from it, but what shame would it be to not be able to help someone else? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's also something that's a part of me. Like I don't know. I just feel like this like I don't know how to describe it. It's just like a, what did I write? Let me see what I wrote. Maybe that will help. What did I write? Passion. Yes. I said I'm passionate. I'm really passionate. I'm passionate about my life impacting somebody else or my life helping someone else. Yeah. I just think it's rewarding and it just makes me feel like me. Yeah. I mean that's the best way to put it. It makes me feel like me. So yeah. So that's that's it about me. That's literally it about me. That's who Mary is. So yeah, I hope that gives you a little bit of insight. But yeah, that's who Mary is. I'll move on to the next question. The next thing was what inspired you to start this podcast? What inspired you to start this podcast? I really thought deep about it and I thought about my journey. For those that are new here, I write a lot, which I think I mentioned in the beginning, but I also write just things like in my notes. So I've mentioned it in previous episodes. Like I've got different folders in my notes for different things. One I have that's Mary Dale, one I have is Deyotalks, one I have for like my dreams, one I have for marriage. I don't know if there's much in there to be fair, but I have like lots of like different things. Anyway, I say all that to say that I was looking back at my notes and seeing some of the things that I wrote back in the day, and I realized that, oh my gosh, like I've come such a long way. For the people that are like really close to me, you know that Dale Talks isn't just something that I mean, most people will say that Dale Talks started in I think 2021. Let me go by age. No, actually, let me not go by age because I don't know. Yeah, most people will say I think it started in like 2021, but when I went back to my notes, it actually started when I was 23. Yeah, 23, 24. I'm now 32. You guys do the maths because I'm not good at maths. Yeah, I'm now 32. And I first started off, I say all that I'm going back because it's important to, I guess, it's always important to go back to where things started. So I actually started off as the Day Show. Yeah, I started off as the Day Show. I think I was just figuring out what I wanted to do. I knew that I kind of felt like I felt like I needed a space. I always find it hard to explain it. When I was younger, I didn't really talk much. I spoke, but I didn't at the same time. When I said I didn't talk much, I felt like I didn't really talk about my feelings much. And it's because I felt like, I don't know, I didn't feel like I kind of had like an outlet. I didn't feel like I had a space to kind of like speak. And I think that's probably why I started writing. Actually, no, it's not. I'll go back to that. But yeah, I felt like I just didn't feel like I had like an outlet. Like I didn't feel like I had a space to, to just speak. So I think it was during COVID, everyone was doing podcasts. And I thought, this would be like a cool space to speak. And I can't remember the point that it started that I said decided I wanted to do the Daily Show. I think I just felt like I just wanted somewhere where I could just speak. I felt like I had a lot to say. I felt like I had a lot to say and I have a lot to share. I'm always talking about sharing. And when I say sharing, I love talking about people's lives. Like I don't know how to describe it. I guess maybe it's lifestyle, but I love talking about people's lives. I like talking about our experiences because I think that it's what they make us what and who we are. Yes. Like I said, I'm passionate about helping people with my life and with my story. So I think it's I just love sharing or just I like hearing people's stories. I like asking them questions and just yeah, just knowing who they are, like going to the genesis gongo of like, just who they are. But that's from obviously their stories from their experience. So yeah, I think that's kind of like always been like on my mind. And then I think when COVID started and I saw people started doing podcasts and I thought, oh, this might be a good avenue. But prior to that, like I said, I used to be called the Dale Show before I lose my train of thought. I used to be called the Dale Show. I started off doing a live show. Yeah, like I did like a mini live show. I think it was in 2017. Yeah, I think 2017 at my church. It was really good. I had my friend Toby and Moses, and we discussed like daddy issues, and it was really good. It was good, and I felt like, oh, I'm married. This is great. Like you can do this. And then I let fear get the better of me, and blah blah blah. So that kind of I wouldn't say that I parked it, but I didn't take it as serious. And then I moved on to radio. Yeah, I started doing radio for a bit again, just because I just felt like I needed someone to speak. I felt like I was good at speaking. I just felt like everybody needs to hear me speak. Like I'm good at speaking. You lot must hear me speak. So I moved on to radio, and then yeah, that was okay. I mean, I wasn't really good at putting all the music and whatever. I just like I said, I just wanted a space to speak. Then that ended, and then I think I might have taken a break. Then I started the show properly. I started during COVID, or literally just before COVID. And then things happened, life happened, and then I stopped. I started and I stopped. I started and I stopped and I started. And 2025, here we are again. And this year we're going strong. If I do say so myself, we're going strong. I said I was going to be consistent and release an episode when I say I will release an episode, and I've been consistent. We're now in October, and I give myself a pat on the back. Well done, Mary. You've been doing well. You've been doing really well. So yeah, that's where the Deo show started. Yeah, that's where or Deyotalks started. It started off as a Deo show, and then I rebranded, and I decided to just go for Deyotalks because I like to talk, isn't it? So yeah, that's where it started, and it's just birth from just feeling like I need an avenue to speak, I need an avenue to express, and I want to be able to share my story and share other people's story as well. And I hope and just hope that someone will be encouraged and someone will be inspired. I was reading back on my going back on my notes and reading what I wrote, and I found what I wrote about the Deo show. I wrote the mission of the Deo show at the time. Let me see if I still got it. I took a screenshot of it. Okay, well, I wrote what is a Deo show and our purpose. So, what is a Deo show? It's a talk show that aims to discuss a mixture of things, issues that we face on a daily basis, our backgrounds, upbringings, religion, culture, society, and the effects these could possibly have on us and the generation to come. Focusing on us as individuals and as a generation, celebrating, sharing our failures and successes, yeah, a platform to share our stories, and by God's grace, will inspire and encourage others. And then our purpose, I've written to share, enlighten, and inspire. This was written in 2019. Yeah. And I still have that same, I still stand by that. Yeah. I still stand by that same, is this sentiment? Is that the right word? Where I'm just like, yeah, this is what I want to do. And this is what I hope that this is doing for you guys. So yeah, that's what inspired me to start this podcast. Right, let's move on to the next question. Dream guest on the podcast. I thought about this. Who would I want my dream guest to be? Maybe Oprah. I like Oprah. Yeah, maybe that would be my dream guest. Yeah, I like Oprah. I think she's cool. It'll be nice to sit down with her. Yeah, I think she's gone through a lot in her life as well. So it'll be nice to just kind of sit down with her and just have a chat. Yeah, explore her story a little bit more. Yeah, that would be my dream guest. Maybe one day, Oprah, if you're looking at this, hit me up. Hit me up. Okay. Now we've got the next question, which says, how does Mary find the motivation to keep going? This is a funny question because I thought, I don't think I have Okay. I was going to say, I don't think I have motivation to keep going. And I'm saying that because, like I said, I've stopped my podcast and I've stopped my podcast. But it's not because I lacked motivation. I think it's I lacked belief. Yeah, belief. Yeah, I lacked belief in myself. Yeah, that's the right word, isn't it? Belief. Yeah, I didn't believe in myself. I didn't believe in my abilities. Like even now, again, like I said, I'm fighting daily. Like it's a struggle because every single time. I mean, I guess that people are like that with their work, isn't it? When you do something, you criticize yourself, like, oh, this wasn't good enough, blah blah blah. But I think I can be very overcritical, and people always say to me, like, you need to give yourself grace. You need to give yourself grace. So yeah, I lack belief in myself, but I'm trying. I'm trying. So to answer the question, where do I find the motivation? I don't know. I think now this year specifically, yeah, I said that slowly because I'm like, does that make sense? Yeah, this year specifically, I feel this like, again, like I said in the beginning, it's like a passion, like an urge that's just kind of nagging at me, like, okay, you haven't done this, you haven't done this. Like, I've been saying that this is what I want to do. I've been saying that this is what I'm passionate about. I've been saying that this is what I'm good at. But it's like, okay, you haven't done it. You haven't done it to your full potential. So yeah, so I think that's probably what's driving this, like to like, keep going. It's just like this, like a like a irritate someone just poking you like, okay, that's how I feel, like you haven't completed this, you haven't done it. So I just really just want to do it, and yeah, just do it to the best of my ability. And I say, while I say this in my head, I'm just thinking that I hope that this gives anybody that's listening to this that you dropped something, you started something and you've dropped it, but you're feeling like that this is something that you're good at, this is something that you're passionate about. Please pick it back up again. Please, I beg you, pick it back up again. It's taken me how many years? 8 years? 23 to now 32. I think that's 8 years. Is that 8 years? 23, 7 would be 30. Oh, that's like 9 years, isn't it? I mean, 8, 9 years, whatever. It's taken me about 8 to 9 years to come back and try to be comfortable and just try to be comfortable in this version of me that I know that is me. Don't be like me. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. And if you have wasted time, you still have time. Yeah, I feel like I've wasted time, and that's also partly why sometimes I just kind of like I leave it. Sometimes I think when I do stuff, or when I don't do something, and I feel like, oh, I've wasted so much time. I should have done it in this period. When I don't do it, I then feel like, oh, I've left it too long, and then I just don't do it, which is not ideal. So don't be like me. Don't waste time. If there's something that you're passionate about, if there's something that you know that you want to do, please do it. Start it. And if you don't have the resources, trust me, they will come. People will help you. Speak to people. Please, please, I beg, speak to people. Yeah, I'm just saying this because I would hate for somebody else to waste their time or to take so long to do something. Just do it. I know it's easier said than done, but I promise you, you can do it. Okay? Lovely. Right, let's move on to the next question. Somebody said, or someone asked me, what accomplishment am I most proud of? What accomplishment am I most proud of? I think it'll probably be this. Yeah. I think I'm proud of myself that I keep showing up, even though it can look like, Mary, this is like what, the third time you're redoing this. But I'm proud of myself that I'm going, and I'm proud of myself that I'm investing in this, and I'm proud of myself that I'm trying. Yeah, like I'm really trying. Because sometimes people say, "Oh, you're trying," but you're thinking, "Are you really?" Yeah, but I'm proud of myself for like really trying. Yeah, I'm really, really trying, and I'm putting my all into it. So yeah, that is what I would say I'm most proud of. Yeah, well done, Mary. Another pat on the back. Well done. Well done. Okay. Then we have describe Deyotalks in one word. I thought about this actually, and the word I thought of was evolving, but I wonder if I want to change it. Yeah, I guess maybe evolving. Yeah, I think I've evolved over the years. I mean, you do as you grow anyway, but I think I've evolved over the years. Yeah, I think, yeah, I've evolved in everything. Yeah, in the way that I speak, in the way that I am, in my character. Like, yeah, just I've evolved. I mean, as you should. So yeah, that's what I'll use. That's what I'll use. And then we have, if your younger self could hear this podcast, what would they think? That's a very good question. I can't remember who asked me that. But if my younger self could hear this podcast, what would younger Mary think? I was trying to find my baby picture yesterday. The only baby picture that I have. My mum says that we moved around so much, so we don't have any baby pictures. But there's one baby picture that I have. That's so funny. It's like me with my dreads. And I remember when I saw it, I was thinking, who's this ugly baby? Not knowing that it was me. Anyway, it's as well. I was trying to find that yesterday. I mean, I probably have it on my phone. I'll see if I can find it. Can I find? Maybe should I put it on the screen? I don't know if I want to embarrass myself like that. Yeah. Anyway, I'll think about it. I was trying to find it. And I was trying to find it because I just wanted to look at it. Just look at that younger girl. I was I don't know, maybe like two in that picture. So obviously I didn't have any worries, wasn't thinking about anything. But I just wanted to just kind of look at her and just think, oh gosh, like if only you know how your life was going to turn out, if only you know what experiences you were going to experience, or the trials that you would go through, if only you knew. So what would my younger self think of this podcast? I guess that's the question, isn't it? What would your younger self? Yeah, if she could hear this podcast, what would they think? I think she would think, well done. She'd probably say, what took you so long? But I think she would say, well done. Yeah. I think she would think, well done. Like, well done, Mary. Well done for keep going, what's the word? Well done. Like, I think she would say, well done. Because I'm struggling to speak. I think she would say, well done. That's what I think she would think. Like, well done, Mary. And you can do this. Or maybe that's what I want to say to myself right now. But that's what I think she would think. Yeah, that's what I think. Um, Now we have, how has hosting this podcast changed you as a person? Um, I don't know if I've changed. I mean, but if you're evolving, then there's going to be changes anyway. Yes, sorry. I don't think it's changed me as a person completely. I think it's helped me. I think it's helped me to be bolder. I think it's also helped me in the way that I speak. Sometimes when I speak to my friends, I'm like, oh, I catch myself and I'm like, oh, okay, was that you? So yeah, I think it's helped me in the way that I speak. Yeah, so I don't think it's like changed me completely, but I think it's helped me like for the better. It's helped me with the way that I speak. It's also kind of helped me with the way that I carry myself as well. Yeah, that's what I would say. I think it's made me bold. It's helped me in my speech, and it's helped me in the way that I carry myself. Yeah, in a good way. Yes. If you could relive one chapter of your life, what would it be? What would it be? What would it be? I don't think there's a chapter in my life that I want to relive. I think I just want to focus on the future. Yeah, I was having a conversation with my sister yesterday, and her question to me was like, what decision do I regret the most? And I said, I don't regret any decision. Like I couldn't think about anything. Obviously, there are certain things that I wish that I didn't do, but I wouldn't say that I regret it because regret is such a strong word. And I think everything that's happened and everything that I've done has made me who I am. Do you know what I mean? Like everything that's happened has made me who I am. It's yeah. So I wouldn't say that there's anything that I regret. I just wish that okay, maybe I wouldn't have done that. Do you know what I mean? Or maybe I shouldn't have taken that step. So I don't know that there's a chapter in my life that I would want to relive. But I wonder if it's because I think I spend a lot of my time crying and just being sad. So I don't know if I want to relive that. I think I would just want to focus, on the future and just yeah, build on what I have right now. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I want to relive. I think I just want to focus on what I have right now and just build on that. Yeah, I think that's what I would say. All right, let's see. Okay, the two more questions left. Where do I see Dale Talks in the next 5 years or next 5 to 10 years? Oh, I just see her getting better. I see her getting stronger. I see Dale Talks hopefully reaching more listeners. I see it also changing people's lives. Like I hope I always say that even if it's one person that's encouraged, if it's one person that's inspired, if it's one person that feels like, oh, that really touched me, then that's good enough for me. Yeah. So I see it reaching the people that need it the most. Yeah, that's what I see Dale Talks in 5 to 10 years time. I see myself investing in this more. I see myself putting my all into it. I see it getting better. I see myself getting better in my words. I see myself getting better in my content. I just see myself, yeah, getting better. And I see more of you with me on this journey. Okay. Okay. But yeah, the last question. I thought this was such a beautiful question. It says, when you're in complete silence for more than 5 minutes, what comes to mind? I just thought this was so beautiful. I just thought, oh wow, what comes to mind? Like I'm really thinking about it. Well, I really thought about it. Like what comes to mind when I'm in silence for more than 5 minutes? It changes. Yeah, it changes. I was gonna say I don't know if I can be in silence more than 5 minutes, but I am by myself a lot. Yeah, I like to be by myself. Yeah, I like taking in my surroundings and sometimes yeah, I just like to be still and just be in my feelings. I love being in my feelings. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think there isn't anything specific to be fair. I would say maybe in the last month, I think my moments of silence have just been in deep thought, deep thought about where I'm heading, yeah, where my life is going, where I see myself, deep thought and like I don't know, just thinking what plans does God have for me? Yeah. I think that's what I think about a lot. Like God, what are your plans for me? I know where I kind of saw myself at, 32. And I think being here and then, not having that. Again, we know that obviously God's way is like the right way. And he has his own plans. You can plan your own, but God's plan ultimately is the plan. Um, but yeah, I think about that a lot. I just think about like what are your plans for me? Like, what's going to become of my life? Or where am I going to be in another 5 years' time? I look back a lot. I always look back on my life and think, oh my gosh, I remember 25-year-old Mary. I remember 26-year-old Mary. I remember 30-year-old Mary. Now being like 32, I imagine what 35 would look like. A lot can happen in a year, a lot can happen in a month, even. So yeah, I think I think a lot about what's gonna become of my life. Sometimes I'm excited to see what the future holds. Sometimes I'm scared because I'm just like okay, Like, yeah, I think something that I reflect on a lot is time. I know that I've wasted a lot of time. Yeah, there's time that I think I haven't done things when I'm supposed to do them. And my friend Zach said to me the other day, and he's mentioned it to me before, there are windows of opportunities. He always says that, is that there are windows of opportunities. And sometimes if you don't take an opportunity when the window is open, you may not get that opportunity again. I mean, he says it better than I say it anyway, but that's the summary of what he was saying anyway. And I think about sometimes just how much time I think I've wasted not doing certain things. But then again, it's also like I said, every experience is also, it's made me who I am. That way I can sit here and say to anybody that's out there, don't waste time. I beg you, please don't waste time. Like, do things that you need to do at the time that you need to do it. And if you're scared, do it scared. It's such a cliche thing to say, but do it scared. Oh, just do it scared. Honestly, you would be so happy with yourself and 10 years' time or in 5 years' time, knowing that, oh, I did that when I was supposed to do it, even though it was uncomfortable, I still did it. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's what I would say. I say that's what comes to mind in the last, I mean, when I'm like silent, or that's what's been coming to mind when I'm like, silent. Yes. Yeah, that's it with the Q&A. Hope that gave you guys a bit of insight. Yeah, hope you understand me a bit better. And if there are any more questions that you guys want to know about me or that you think that I should answer, please feel free to send them to me. I will happily answer. You know, I love talking, so I will happily answer any of your questions. I'm gonna share something with you guys. Actually, I think I'm gonna share from this book. Um, yeah, I'm gonna share from this book. I love this book. I just think it's really cute. Yeah, I think it's really cute. I like it. I like to buy like cute books because I think they inspire me to just write. I mean, this one's pretty basic. I remember when I got this actually. I think it's from Paper Chase. This is from TK Maxx. Yeah, not that you guys care, but this is a cute book. So I'm gonna share something. I actually didn't write it. I wrote it yesterday. I usually type up my. I'm gonna share an expression. I usually type up my expressions. But yesterday I was like, oh, I'm gonna write this one in my book. So I'm gonna share it with you guys. It kind of goes in line with, I guess, what I've been saying, I guess, throughout this podcast about just hoping that the people that come after me are better than me. Yeah, so like the younger ones. It goes in line with that, like just making sure the younger ones are better. But this is to my daughter. Let me just say that. This is to my daughter. So it's called A Letter to My Daughter. I think I've shared a little bit, like a little blurb on my Instagram. But now I'm gonna read the full version. I'm not sure if it's finished yet, actually. But I think I'm still writing it. I'm not settled. Like, I don't feel like it's finished. But I'll share it with you guys just because it goes in line with, like, I guess the theme of today, which is just being better, being better. So this is a letter to my daughter. Um, yeah, this is what I want to say to her for now. And I'm gonna read it with you guys. You guys will hear it from the horse's mouth. Right. Okay, let's get into it. Let me put my phone away. Let's get into it. Letter to my daughter. I'm gonna read it to you guys, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you like it. Let me know your thoughts. If you have any words that you want to say to your daughter as well, you can drop it in the comment. Yeah, and you can send me words of encouragement if you want as well. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that jazz. Okay, all right, Mary, be serious. Okay, letter to my daughter. Hey girl, let me start by saying I hope we meet. I hope that our paths cross because I think it'll be one for the books. To have a mini me, like they say, would be out of this world. I think about what you be like, what you look like, what you sound like, and what parts of myself I wish for you. I hope that you'll be as thoughtful with your loved ones as I try to be. I hope that you'll be carefree and brave. I hope that you find yourself sooner than I did. I hope that you learn from my mistakes. You know, I've cried so you don't have to. I've been exploited so you can be valued. I have suffered so you can thrive. I have been hurt so you can be protected. I have been heartbroken so you can know what it feels like to be truly desired. I hope your laughter is louder than mine. I hope your smile is much wider than mine. I hope in your eyes there is a sense of belonging, joy, peace, and safety. I pray you laugh more than you cry. And if you shed any tears, I pray it's many tears of joy. My daughter, my heart prays for you, just like your grandma prays for me every day. Ojo ni tear. That means you won't be put to shame. Wàá pàdé aláàánú lórúkọ Jésù, meaning you always find mercy in Jesus' name. My dear daughter, I pray that your life will be good. I know that word sounds so basic, but I found a new meaning to it recently. So trust me when I say, I pray that your life is good. I pray that you experience the good things in life that I was too scared to. I pray you speak boldly in rooms I couldn't. I pray your name is mentioned in mighty rooms mine wasn't. I pray that you know your worth and walk away from things sooner than I was able to. I guess that means your dad and I have a lot of work to do, but it's all good. We've got this. So if you're listening, we've got this. God knows we'll do whatever we can for you. I pray that you're braver than I ever was. I pray that you see yourself as a great, beautiful, mighty, and important woman that you are. I pray that you have godly characteristics. I pray that you are loved and highly favored. I pray that you are a source of light and a blessing to nations. And may all you lay your hands on be brought to fruition. I bless the work of your hands. I pray that in due season, the seeds that you have sown will spring forth and bear fruit. I pray that things will happen for you speedily and you won't stay in a season longer than you need to. I just pray that your life will be so much better than mine. For now, this is all I can give to you. I was told prayer is the one thing I can send into your future. And so I send these words of prayer into your life, from my mouth to God's ears. In Jesus' name, amen. My dear daughter, just so you are prepared, this life is in seasons and phases. You have seasons that will stretch you, seasons that will teach you, seasons are uncomfortable, seasons that will humble you, seasons of weakness, times of strength. Times you feel lifted and other times not so much. Pruning season, molding season, evolving season. But remember, God never promised us an easy life. He only promised that when you pass through the waters, He will be with you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. So hold on to that. Don't be scared when life hurts. Be rest assured that this too shall pass. Don't be scared when the rain is heavy. You need it to fall on that grass. Don't panic when it all seems dark. Your Father is the light of the world. So stand bold through it all, for in your weakness, He is made strong. You know, this letter was inspired from a place of pain. But as I write, I am filled with so much hope, kind of like a woman during labor, an experience of excruciating pain for a lifetime of joy. Do you want to know my desire for you? My true desire? My true desire for you is that you be better than me, in every way, shape, and form. Be so much better. Please live your life carefree, travel, see the world, enjoy cultures, explore it all, within reason, of course. But be bold, and may God's hands be your guidance source. I hope that I'm a good mother to you. With His help, I hope that we are good caretakers to you here on earth. I hope that we are able to teach you and guide you and bring you up in the way of the Lord. Very cliche, but truly, if I can be to you what my mother has been to me, I'd be satisfied, because it would mean that I've done well. And I hope that you carry on the good traits that we share. That is all I have for you for now, until we officially meet. Love you loads. Mum. Yeah, that's my letter to my daughter. I don't know why I screamed that. But yeah, that's a letter to my daughter. I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to share your letters to your daughter as well if you wish. Yeah, guys, let me know what you think. Yeah. I hope that I have a girl. Imagine I don't have a girl. God, please, if you're listening, give me a girl. Imagine I don't have a girl. But still, I mean, I still also kind of see it as a letter to myself too. Yeah. I see it as a letter to myself too. So if I have a daughter, girl, this is for you. But if I don't, then I guess it's for me. I guess it's for me. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed listening to this episode. Thank you again so much to everybody. Honestly, words are not enough to say thank you. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for the love. Just thank you for everything. Please keep supporting me. Like my video, comments, share, subscribe as well, guys. It takes 1 second. Literally, it's just a click. Literally, just click. No, just that's it. So yeah, please like, comment, share with everybody. Please share with your friends, your family, your partners. Just share with everybody. Let's help someone out there. Let's encourage someone out there. Let's get this out to people so that people can be inspired. People can learn. And yeah, let's grow this family. Wow. Yeah, let's grow this family. That is it for today. If you have enjoyed, yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.